ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and powerful gods. This ancient civilization, with its rich history and culture, has fascinated historians and archaeologists for centuries. It was here, amidst the sands of time, that Tutankhamun was born. His birth marked the beginning of a short yet impactful life that would leave an indelible mark on history. His father, Akhenaten, was a radical ruler. Akhenaten's reign was characterized by his revolutionary ideas and his desire to reshape Egyptian society. Akhenaten challenged the priests and their traditional ways. He sought to diminish their power and influence, which had been deeply entrenched in Egyptian culture for generations. He declared that there was only one god, the sun god Aten. This monotheistic belief was a stark departure from the polytheistic traditions that had long defined Egyptian religion. Tutankhamun's mother is a mystery. Despite extensive research and numerous theories, her true identity remains one of the great enigmas of ancient Egypt. We know her as the younger lady, but her true identity remains unknown. Some believe she was a royal figure of significant importance, while others think she might have been a lesser-known member of the royal family. Some scholars believe she was Nefertiti, Akhenaten's famous queen. Nefertiti was known for her beauty and her influential role in Akhenaten's court. Others believe she was a lesser wife. The debate continues, adding to the mystique surrounding Tutankhamun's lineage. The young prince grew up in a time of great change and upheaval. The political and religious landscape of Egypt was in flux, and Tutankhamun's early years were undoubtedly shaped by these turbulent times. His father's religious reforms had angered many. The priests, who had long held significant power, were particularly incensed by Akhenaten's attempts to undermine their authority. The powerful priests of Amun, Egypt's traditional god, plotted to regain their lost influence. They were determined to restore the old religious order and reclaim their position of power. Little did anyone know that this young boy, born into a time of turmoil, would become one of Egypt's most famous pharaohs. His reign, though brief, would be remembered for centuries to come. His story, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, continues to captivate the world thousands of years later. The discovery of his nearly intact tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter brought Tutankhamun to global fame, and his golden mask remains one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt. At the tender age of 9, Tutankhamun became pharaoh. This was an extraordinary event, as he was thrust into a position of immense power and responsibility at such a young age. The weight of the crown was heavy, and the expectations were high. He inherited a kingdom in turmoil. The land was rife with political instability, and the people were discontent. The temples were in disrepair, and the economy was struggling. The young pharaoh faced challenges that would have been daunting for even the most experienced ruler. His advisors, powerful men like Ay and Horemheb, guided his young hand. These seasoned statesmen were instrumental in helping Tutankhamun navigate the treacherous waters of Egyptian politics. They provided counsel and support, ensuring that the young king's decisions were sound and beneficial for the kingdom. They helped him restore the old gods and appease the angered priests. The religious reforms of his father, Akhenaten, had caused great unrest among the priesthood and the populace. By reinstating the worship of the traditional gods, Tutankhamun and his advisors sought to bring peace and stability back to the land. Tutankhamun's name means living image of Amun. This name was not just a title, it was a declaration of his divine right to rule and his commitment to the god Amun. It symbolized his role as the earthly representative of the gods and his duty to uphold their will. By embracing Amun, he signaled a return to traditional beliefs. This move was crucial in regaining the trust and support of the priesthood and the people. It marked a significant shift from his father's monotheistic worship of Aten back to the polytheistic traditions that had defined Egypt for centuries. He reversed many of his father's radical changes. Temples were reopened. The restoration of these sacred spaces allowed the people to reconnect with their spiritual heritage and brought a sense of normalcy back to their lives. It was a time of renewal and hope. Offerings were made to the old gods. These rituals were essential in maintaining the favor of the gods and ensuring the prosperity of the kingdom. The renewed religious practices helped to heal the divisions caused by Akhenaten's reforms and unified the people under a common faith. Despite his young age, Tutankhamun's reign saw a period of stability and restoration. His efforts to restore the old ways and mend the fractures within the kingdom were successful. The people began to see him not just as a boy king, but as a legitimate and capable ruler. Monuments were built in his name. These grand structures served as a testament to his reign and his contributions to the kingdom. They were symbols of his legacy and a reminder of the stability and prosperity that he brought to Egypt. He even launched successful military campaigns, restoring Egypt's former glory. These victories not only expanded the kingdom's territories, but also reinforced Tutankhamun's image as a strong and effective leader. His reign, though brief, left an indelible mark on the history of ancient Egypt. In 1922, the world held its breath. Howard Carter, a British archaeologist, discovered a tomb in the Valley of the Kings. It was small and seemingly insignificant, but inside lay a treasure trove beyond imagination. The tomb belonged to Tutankhamun. It had remained hidden for over 3,000 years, untouched by grave robbers. Golden chariots, shimmering jewelry, and exquisite furniture filled the burial chambers. The most iconic discovery was Tutankhamun's burial mask. Made of solid gold and inlaid with precious stones, it is a masterpiece of ancient art. Despite his fame and the riches buried with him, Tutankhamun died young. He ruled for only 9 years. His untimely death at the age of 19 remains a mystery. Modern science has shed some light on the cause of his death. Scans of his mummy revealed a broken leg and signs of infection. Some believe he died from an injury, perhaps from a fall from his chariot. Others suspect malaria or a genetic illness. Section 5. Whispers of ancient astronauts. Some theories about Tutankhamun's reign, well, they border on the fantastical. Some folks point to the advanced technology of the ancient Egyptians. They question how a civilization with, limited tools could build such magnificent monuments. Could extraterrestrial beings have visited ancient Egypt? Did they share their advanced knowledge with the pharaohs? While fascinating to consider, there is no scientific evidence to support these claims. Section 6. The Curse of the Pharaoh, Fact or Fiction. The story of the Curse of the Pharaohs has fascinated people for nearly a century. It all began with the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb sparked a media frenzy. Newspapers around the world were filled with headlines about the incredible find. Howard Carter, the archaeologist who led the excavation, became an overnight sensation. Rumors of a curse spread like wildfire. Stories of mysterious deaths and strange occurrences began to circulate. People were captivated by the idea that the ancient Egyptians had placed a curse on anyone who disturbed the tomb. Was the curse of the pharaohs real? The hieroglyphics on the tomb walls seemed to warn of dire consequences for those who entered. But were these warnings meant to be taken literally, or were they simply part of the ancient Egyptians' elaborate burial rituals? Newspapers reported strange deaths among those who had entered the tomb. The most famous of these was Lord Carnarvon, the patron of the excavation, who died shortly after the discovery. His death fueled the belief in the curse. Lord Carnarvon, the patron of the excavation, died shortly after the discovery. His sudden death was attributed to the curse, and many believed that the pharaoh's spirit had been disturbed. Was this a coincidence, or the wrath of a disturbed pharaoh? The idea of a curse was thrilling and terrifying, capturing the imagination of the public. But was there any truth to it? While the curse makes for a good story, it's likely a coincidence. Modern archaeologists and scientists have studied the deaths and found that many can be explained by natural causes or common illnesses of the time. The deaths attributed to the curse can be explained by natural causes or common illnesses of the time. Infections, poor air quality in the tomb, and other factors likely played a role. The legend of the curse, however, continues to endure, a testament to the enduring allure of ancient Egypt and its mysteries. Section 7. Tut-mania, the world's fascination with the boy king. Tutankhamun's story captured the world's imagination. The discovery of his tomb sparked a global fascination with ancient Egypt. Tut-mania swept the globe. People were captivated by the boy king's tragic story and the dazzling artifacts buried with him. His image appeared everywhere, from jewelry and fashion to art and music. Section 8. Unraveling the secrets of Tutankhamun's DNA. In recent years, scientists have used DNA analysis to unlock more of Tutankhamun's secrets. By studying his mummy and those of other royals, they have pieced together his family tree. The results have been astonishing, revealing cases of incest within the royal family. These findings provide insights into the health problems that plagued Tutankhamun and his relatives. Section 9. The enduring legacy of a young pharaoh. Tutankhamun's reign was short, but his legacy is eternal. He stands as a symbol of ancient Egypt's grandeur and mystery. His tomb remains one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of all time. The boy king's story continues to fascinate and intrigue us. He reminds us of the power of the past to captivate the present. Tutankhamun's treasures offer a glimpse into a vanished world, sparking our imaginations and reminding us of the enduring allure of ancient Egypt.